Well, just a day before the summit in Finland between President Trump and Vladimir Putin, the FBI arrested a woman called Maria Butina. She's a Russian citizen. She was a pro-gun activist. According to the government, she illegally worked to promote Russian interests in the United States. She's in jail. The government is trying to deny her bail. What did she do exactly? It's not clear from some of the stories. Byron New York writes for the Washington Examiner. He's been covering this one. He's an unusually crisp explainer of the facts, and so we asked him to tell us. So I read this carefully. I'm not defending her. I have no idea if she's a good person or not. But from what I could tell, she didn't steal anything. I couldn't even understand what her agenda was. From the news stories, the Washington Post made it sound like she was trying to bring the U.S. and Russia closer together, and now she's in jail. What is her crime?
This is a really mysterious case, very difficult to describe given what we know right now. But it appears that she was in touch with Russian intelligence agents. She was some sort of agent of Russia. She comes over here and appears to want to really insinuate herself into political organizations like the NRA, seeming to concentrate on conservative political organizations. She had kind of a shtick. She said that she wanted to start a pro-gun, kind of a NRA-like organization in Russia, as if you could have one of those. But a lot of American conservatives, some who met her, thought that was really cool. Oh, she's going to do this in Russia. That's great. She, according to the court papers, she had a close live-in relationship with a man who was very connected in the NRA, former Politico out of South Dakota. The government says pretty clearly that she was doing that as part of her work. But
is that the government's business or sex life?
The question here is what she was doing. What was the point of this? And
well, what's the crime? I mean, I don't know.
She's actually charged. What's interesting here is she's charged with representing a foreign country without registering, which has become kind of a hot crime.
Really? So just a quick, off the top of your head calculation, having lived in Washington for decades, how many people in this city are lobbying for foreign governments not registered under FARA?
A huge number.
A huge number. Like not hundreds, like thousands.
Although a smaller number now in the post-manifesto.
Good. I mean, look, I'm against lobbying for foreign governments, but I just think this is a weird story.
No, this is a weird story, and I have had people say to me, look, if the FBI had evidence that she was in touch with her Russian handlers handling over the nuclear codes, I mean, she would not have been charged with this foreign registration
with this BS charge. She would have a real charge.
This is not serious like that, and cases like this do sometimes end with the United States deporting the person and they can't come
back. Look, if she did something wrong, charge her with it.
Yeah.
You know, I think. Anyway, thank you so much, Byron New York. Great to see you. Simona Maggiante Papadopoulos is the wife of George Papadopoulos. Last year, he pleaded guilty to making false statements to the FBI. She testified today to Democrats in the House Intel Committee in relation to the Russia investigation. She voluntarily did that. She joins us now to tell us what happened. Mrs. Papadopoulos, thank you very much.
Thank you for
so the Democrats asked you to come and talk to them. What did they ask you?
They asked me mostly my relationship with Mifsud, Joseph Mifsud, the famous professor who talked about gossip about emails on Hillary Clinton, and the London Center of International Law Practice I used to work for, which is let's say, the link between me and the investigation as a witness, mostly than me as a George wife. I explained to them that, according to my knowledge, I shared all the information I had about Mifsud. He could be definitely a foreign agent, but mostly he has ties to Western intelligence. He's linked to Link Campus in Rome, which is notorious to be to train Western intelligence official, and so I invited them to dig also into these different aspects.
We're more than a year into this. You're the wife of someone at the center of this case, if it is even a case. Why did it take this long for them to talk to you?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I know the investigation is also formally closed, so I don't know why it took so long. I just know that I voluntarily attended the meeting because out of transparency and also to make some points, because George's role has been misunderstood. We talk about George as the mastermind of the Russiagate, which is completely ridiculous when we think he just happened to meet someone who casually talked about emails on Hillary Clinton, and then he never did anything with those emails. I mean, he never saw those emails.
Are you worried? I mean, because here you have quickly, Paul Manafort's going to do a life sentence for tax evasion, not registering under FARA. I mean, are you worried about getting caught up in this?
I am quite confident. I didn't contradict myself. I always say the truth. I'm hope that I help the truth to come out. And as I said, the George role is important to reveal major plot, but I'm not sure it's Russia collusion at all.
Doesn't seem like it. Ms. Papadopoulos, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The Deputy Chair